I got to tell you, and you can totally disagree with this. My takeaway was that was the best loss by any team in the league. I thought Miami's game plan, I loved their game plan.
They were all over it. I mean, they had, with about 13-plus minutes left, they get the strip sack by Phillips, the defensive end, from Josh Allen. Boom, Miami's got the ball. Like, they're getting all the momentum. The crowd's starting to getting a little uneasy. And I thought they were going to finish the game. I thought Buffalo did a great job on that final drive. I was a little confused. It was funny. I actually talked to Josh after the game, but how he didn't score with like 30 seconds or whatever left. Yeah. He went with no moss, which is really like when you have the lead by 1, 2, or 3 points, you don't want to give them an opportunity with time left on the clock, so you fall down. Right? When you're going in to score, you're on offense, you have the lead, but it's a small lead where they can, in theory, get the ball back, score return quickly, and then potentially onside kick and score again and beat you, meaning you won't get the ball back, essentially. So you just want to end the game. The time is more important than the points. Yeah. Finish the game on offense on your terms. Well, it was either Singletary or whoever the running back was falls down.
Yes.
But he doesn't get the first down. He falls down, and then they got like a third down. Right. So it's just a little confusing because the first down marker was right near the goal line, and it's a dicey situation if you're tied, because if something goes wrong and you don't get the points, you could have scored and then trust your defense at least once to stop them with 30 seconds left. Or, you know what I'm saying? So it's 6 one way, half a dozen the other, but it kind of gave me pause when I was on the call, like, wait a second, what did I miss here?
When you're in a stadium and you're calling a game, it's different. The game looks different.
Sure.
Josh Allen in person. Have you ever seen anything quite like it?
Yeah. He's so special and so unique as a player. I cringe every time he gets hit, because he gets hit a lot. They have designed quarterback runs, which in a game like that, you might need them, right? If it turned into an absolute blizzard bowl, then okay. Let's, have the ball exchange hands the least amount of times possible. So what does that mean? Center to quarterback, that's it. Let him run. Great. Quarterback design runs, he's going to get hit. But they do it an awful lot. Third and medium, they love it. That's why they're so good on third and medium. Down inside the red zone, the plus 15, plus 10-yard line. I mean, quarterback runs are at a premium down there, and they dial them up. So that scares me. I think at times, I thought the defense coordinator, Coach Boyer from the Dolphins, said it really well. He said 1 to 2 times a game, the ball's going to be out there. The ball's going to go through a defender's hands. Somebody's going to get a hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, the ball's going to be in danger, okay? And your defense has to capitalize on those. Teams haven't capitalized on them. But he said 2 to 4 times a game, he's going to make a play where everybody's in the right position.
Can't do anything.
And you just watch them. And it's like watching, a Kobe or a Jordan or one of these guys where you're just like, looking at everybody else like, well, what do you want me to do? We got guys on him guarding him. I don't know what to tell you. We have everybody covered. I don't know what to tell you. Running out the clock before halftime with 8 seconds left and no timeouts. Like, that is, you catch the ball once. You might have time for 2 plays. 8 seconds left, no timeouts. They're inside their own 5-yard line trying to score. At least save time for a field goal to get the momentum because you're getting the ball in the third quarter to start the second half. And he runs out all the clock of all of 8 seconds on one play and is jumping out of bounds, throwing them. Like those kind of plays, you're like, dude, you can't do that. Well, great shot, great throw.
So this week you have Seahawks Chiefs.
Yep.
And I said Mahomes completed, I think it was 20 straight throws against Houston. At the high school level, that's unheard of.
No doubt.
And I feel like, I think with Mahomes, with Josh Allen, you get big risk, some mistakes. Mahomes is getting in. Now, he's had a few picks this year because he's got new receivers and he's learning routes and timing. Mm-hmm. But Mahomes really, to me, is I think we're looking at something I've never seen. It would be as if Aaron Judge, you got the home runs and no strikeouts.
Sure.
Aaron had about 4 years of this, Aaron Rodgers, where you got all the big plays, no picks.
Right.
With Brady, you didn't get the spectacular, you got the efficiency and the intelligence.
No doubt. It was high efficiency
every
time.
How many Mahomes games have you done? Is this one of your first?
This will be my first. I've never been to Arrowhead as a player, as a, broadcaster. Never once. So I'm
you're
fired up.
You're watching film now on Mahomes, getting ready for this game. Just tell me.
I've seen him plenty of times, but it's
what's the film say?
It's all the same concepts. It's shallow cross, it's drive, it's four verticals, it's throwback flood, it's everything. A bunch of plays I've run in my career, and I could see him going through the progressions. But then it's the Caleb Williams stuff. It's Mahomes, which makes
instinctive.
him. Yes, and the subtle pocket movements, the way he's able to drop his eyes from the defense, cueing all the information he needs, abandon that for a split second, feel the rush, see the rush, then reestablish his positioning and like these reference points that have now all moved, and then his ability to snap back into it and process it so quickly, the ability to sprint towards that first down and then chuck a ball like a hook shot, like the sky hook.
We just showed this from a field level.
Yeah, so it's insane.
He's not looking at the play, and you forget how fast NFL players and defenders are.
And he's a total point guard with feel. I don't know if it's like Jason Kidd or John Stockton or like these guys, Magic Johnson, really, because he was so smooth with it, and the around the back stuff, the passes and the no look, over the shoulder and all that from the Showtime Lakers. That's what it feels like when you watch the game. And then when it's on schedule and you do let them just drop back and sit there, and because remember at this point last year, maybe a few weeks before this, we were saying, oh, well, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers put on tape in that Super Bowl how to beat Patrick Mahomes, get pressure with 4, stay in zone coverage, and he's going to try and do too much. He's going to, bring the Ringling Brothers circus into town and get too creative and too cute, and he's going to throw us a couple interceptions. We just have to, just pester him in the pocket, frustrate him. Well, then he kind of progression past that and learned through that and was like, okay, you're going to play me zone? Watch this. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we can't pressure him because he knows what to do when we pressure him. Yeah. We can't just sit back and play zone. Now we got to mix up our calls constantly. It's got to be a Rolodex. We got to try and somehow silo him in the pocket, which is, it's like trying to herd a bunch of cats. Like that's impossible. Right. And it just puts so much pressure on the defense. And the other thing too is like he's seen the consistency of the reps, the time on task, the same messaging from Andy Reid, from the offensive coordinator, Bieniemy. It's all the same. They've plugged in a couple new players, but he knows the ending point of all these plays, and then he's mastered scramble drill when the play breaks down. Okay, I need somebody in front of the quarterback. I need someone trailing. If you're deep, stay deep. If you're intermediate, make a quick move up the field and then reveal yourself to the quarterback in his throwing lane, right? And those are basic scramble rules. It changes down near the goal line, but he's mastered that. And so it's just this constant Rolodex now of coverages. And now he's run every play against cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like it's just, he's done it all. And he has this Rolodex and this recall and then this spatial awareness to just identify, okay, where is he? Where are they? Boom. Watch this. Bam, bam, bam. No look. Boom. It's incredible.
Yeah. So you've done some Philadelphia games. Quarterbacks get hurt.
Yep.
But it's a weird year. The guys that move, Justin's been hurt. Kyler, Lamar. Now Stafford's hurt too.
Sure.
But Josh isn't hurt, but that's mostly because he's 6'6", 260.
He did have the elbow thing.
Yeah.
Still, there's still maintenance.
Are you worried when Jalen Hurts is down? Your thought is...
Yeah, I mean, Minshew showed he could play. I think the team around him, I don't think he's ruled out, right? Hurts is not
But does he take too many hits? Some guys that run, like Russell Wilson, did not take hits.
Didn't take a lot of hits. He was unique that way.
Jalen to you?
He takes enough because of the design quarterback run stuff. Russ is more like scrambling and then getting down when everybody's kind of dropping out or in cover 2 man, and he sees it, he catches them in it, boom, and takes off, and everybody's kind of looking the other way, and Russ takes off and slides. I feel like Jalen, with the design stuff, just like Josh, I mean, it's inevitable. The more times you tote the rock, the more times you're going to get hurt or hit at least, and then the more times you get hit, it's like a transitive property thing. It's just kind of the way it works. For my liking, but I've also never been a mobile quarterback like that. So it's hard to say because it seems like that added element to your game just causes fits on the defense.
Clearly
so it's
an advantage.
If that's an advantage for you, you got to play that and do your very best to limit some of those hits. But you saw, I mean, if he's going to keep that, and my only thing for any of the zone read stuff, the thing I hated when I ran it with Chip was the guy who did the mesh charge. So the mesh point is where
Yes.
you're handing the ball off
Yes.
to the halfback, right? And he intersects the ball. Boom. He either takes it or you take it. The toughest thing to defend, in my opinion, or deal with as a quarterback on that, is when the defensive end does not care and goes straight for your sternum and puts the T on his little face mask right here, right in your sternum, whether you hand it off or not. Because he could always say, "Oh, I thought he had the ball." It's not unnecessary roughness. I thought he kept it. Like, he has an argument there. And not everybody does it. People do it every once in a while. But if you send that defensive end at the quarterback every time, I guarantee you they'll be a little slower on the read. And they'll hand it off and kind of jump backwards because they know they're just going to get pummeled.
Yeah.
That was always what I thought was really difficult. And then it makes you speed up the mesh charge. It could cause some problems there on that exchange.
You start getting the ball.
Yeah, you start like,
you
ugh.
run less.
Oh, no doubt. And it's almost like getting happy feet in the pocket. You get hit in the back of your head a couple times. Next time you drop back, you try to stay down the field, but you're a little aware of what's going on. You know what I mean?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.